I've been into music since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I was the youngest person in my music class in Pitcher Elementary School. Um, I was into like drums, hip hop, real heavy. I grew up with hip hop basically, so it was just like kind of automatically sync with me. Like I said, I grew up with hip hop, so all the Run DMCs and the groups like that back then. But the person that really sparked my interest in writing, because naturally I'm a writer, was Rakim. I was young, 6'7", or something like that, and listening to Rakim, it just took me to a whole new place with writing and stuff. So naturally, I'm a writer before I even got technical. My uncle Chris, um, we could take this back to my father. My father was a DJ when he was a kid, so he always had a huge record collection.
Okay.
So when hip hop came, he was still adding to his collection. And I was digging in some of the George Clinton, some of the funk and all that type of stuff. When hip hop came, I was digging in crates at a young age. But my uncle Chris, rest his soul, he the one that got me to start writing when I started listening to Rakim. He's the one that put me on the Rakim. So that's when my writing started. 2015, I linked up with Helliver. We know all the same people. We had some history, back in the day. Everybody in the same. It's a tight knit community, so we already knew each other. So he knew my sound. He knew that I can get the job done. So once he came here, he hit me up. Seen him on Instagram. He hit me up. He asked me to come through and want to work or whatever. So that's how I got here. And in 2016, April of 2016, I became lead engineer at United Sound. Yeah, some of everybody, but especially local. But on a national scale, like R&B, maybe like Boys to Men, Tori Kelly. She's more I think gospel R&B ish or whatever. So we did the for 2018 NFL Monday Night Football. We did the halftime show for NFL. Basically, it was Boys to Men, Tori Kelly doing Aretha Franklin salute, tribute. So that's how they came here. Had a producer come in from New York, my boy Buddha Brown, and we came in here. Had the whole studio locked up. So we had to deliver within like 2 days. Monday Night Football hit. Did the halftime show. A lot of people call themselves engineers these days just by throwing, a beat into the computer and rapping over it. It's a lot more to go into it. It's a lot that went into the beat that was even made to even get to the computer. Um, what I got to say about that is open your mind and eyes to growth in this industry if you want to become successful. I know a lot of artists, A-list artists, that know how to work Pro Tools better than some of the engineers that's out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of deal. Like add value to yourself by learning your craft through and through. That way, when you walk into a studio, you that guy or girl. Oh yeah. He'll do beat boot camps. So he bring in producers all around Detroit and other areas, and he sit them down, go over all his techniques and drum kits and stuff like that, and show them how to produce, uh, how to craft your signature sound, how to mix them as you go. And I do workshops, mix it with science. I just bring up same crowd basically when they want to know how to mix. They come in and I load up some dummy sessions, files and stuff, and we go over different techniques, EQ, compression, reverb, delay, and stuff like that. So we just want to add, United Sound always been a community studio since its inception. So we still hold that, bring the community in, teach people, upgrade the quality of our sound, especially in Detroit. Oh yeah, definitely Nam, and it's a bunch of different ones. Mixcon was last weekend in New York. You got Nam, Summer Nam, you got Winter Nam. They got those everywhere, but the main one is Anaheim, California. If you can make that, and those are for companies and to come out and display their products, vendors and stuff like that. But when you go as an engineer, you actually go in a network, and the networking is heavy at those places. So that's what it's big on. Don't miss your opportunity. You know what I'm saying, to go out and hit those spots. You also have, events like award shows and stuff like that. Just be in the area. Just go down and, pull your cell phone out. Just walk up on people. It's that type of environment. You can go down there and do that. Gear Fest in Indiana at Sweetwater. It's a 2 day event. That's also a huge networking event and opportunity. And if you're not a person to be in front of a crowd, that's your time to do it and break that, because you're gonna need that in this business to be successful. From California to my furthest reach, France. Thanks to Bryce Detroit, he added me on as engineer to travel to France in 2017. We went over there and did a bunch of sets, bunch of shows. I was there for 7 days, and I basically recorded offhand from the front of house mixer. One venue I did do front of house, but yeah, France was beautiful. I don't have as long as I've been doing this, I don't have a signature sound yet. But some people say I do, but I don't feel like I do yet to establish myself with a signature sound. But I'm working on it. That's a part of working on your craft. Technology changes every day, so you have to be, ahead of the game. And we always learning. As long as technology keeps renewing and refreshing, you still have something to learn. So it's hard to grasp your signature sound, but I'm still on my way. I prefer mixing after. When you mix it while you're recording, it's cool. That's really just a dummy mix. Because a true mix like these mixes that's on the top 40, those mixes not done just right within the session. Those are the reference tracks that you use to build the actual main mix, because you might have some stuff in the reference track that's like golden. You don't want to change it, but when you get to the actual mix, you keep those elements, but you polish the song so you can be on the top 40. Traveling, I love to travel. I've been to Bali in last year, Bali, Indonesia. I've been to Jamaica, Cayman Islands. This year, September, I'll be in Morocco for 7 days and Egypt for 2 days, and I come back home.